Life comes with various packages and it's never too easy, it's not a bed of roses. And it is said that a real swimmer is the one who swims across the tide and not with the tide. And we have with us somebody who has not only swam across the tide but also helped others stranded on other side of the shore to cross the waves without any, so that they make it without any hurdles. And that person is no other than Mr. Digvijit Chavan, owner of chain of your tattoo studios, and he is someone who initially had a very wonderful, comfortable life, father who was a well-established corporate manager, but then tragedy struck, and when he was 14, he lost his father. He was rendered, he along with his mother were forced to become on streets. He started his journey of self-redemption by fending for himself, by washing utensils in restaurants and hotels. Then he graduated to do hotel management diploma, and gradually today he is in a situation where he owns a chain of tattoo studios and is an entrepreneur in his own way. But the most remarkable part of it is not that he has been able to establish himself after being down and out at the age of 14, but giving away 65% of his income for the people who need help, in need. And that is something very not only remarkable but appreciable. And it is no surprising that Digvijit Chavan believes Ratan Tata as his role model. So thank you, Mr. Chavan, for being with us in this edition of Uncovering India. As I was reading about your life journey, it must have been a very tough journey till now. How do you look back at your life?
The journey was really stressful. At a point of time, I would not even think of owning even a cycle at a point of time, where my friends used to have cars, motorbikes and air conditioned in their room, wardrobes in their room. I used to look at that and I would be like, my dad is no more, so I don't know who is going to make this for me. But today, in a position after a lot of struggle, I had not decided or I did not dream about anything. It was just the road that I chose. As the turns came in, I just took those turns. It was nothing planned. They say that you need to dream to be something, but over here I did not dream about anything. I just took the path of struggle, then criticism, standing in front of friends without proper outfits, and I was left out low. So all these things made me quite strong, made me struggle day by day. So right from a dishwasher to a hotel management institute, working in Park Hyatt Goa as a trainee, then a call center. And over a period of time, there were seniors who were trying to put me down, but then the senior manager spoke to the overheads, the seniors in Mumbai, and they overlooked my documents, saying that we only want performers who are giving business to the company, so overlook his documents. That is where I made some money, and then I put my fishing business, which clicked. Then I put a restaurant. I started running the same school canteen where I was working. I took up the school canteen. I was running that school canteen as an owner. I put up a Udupi restaurant again, and a tattoo studio, dance academy, furnitures, and that is how I started making my money, my living. And as I went through all these hardships in life, it always takes me back. I never forget from where do I come. I may dress up well now today, presentable as a businessman, but I never forget where all the struggle came up and how difficult it is in today's world as it's become expensive. So we need to help one another. Whatever you may have may not remain always. There are a lot of people, my friends, who were quite rich when their parents were alive, but now that their parents are not there, they don't look at themselves where they should have been. But I find it very lucky that maybe if my dad was there, I would have been a very, pampered child who would have had Mercedes or BMW. But then luckily it wasn't given to me, so I learned it the hard way, and I know the value of each and every rupee, where we need to support one another. And as far as spending money on others, it makes me more motivated, so that my tank gets empty and makes me more motivated to fill it again, because if I become rich at a young age, I may end up not valuing the life anymore. So there has to be a struggle, continuous struggle that should make you work more and more. And this lockdown also, I started with just 100 people that I started feeding on the street. Before that, I was supporting a lot of families. I have 26 families which I am taking care of. Every month I give them 3 to 5,000 rupees according to my business income for their schooling or widows, a lot of families, disabled kids and all. But in this lockdown, I started with 100 people feeding. Went out to 4,40,000 people that I provided ration to. 11 people were operated at my cost at different private hospitals, because our government hospital had shut down operations for surgeries. Then we sanitized all the police stations in Goa, market areas, bus stands. We supported the pilots, rickshaw drivers by giving them some small amount like 500 or 1,000 rupees to buy their ration and all. And other states also like West Bengal, Delhi, Pune, Mumbai. I donated some funds to the police department where they made packets of food and distributed to different families. So not only Goa, but as humanity, it does not count. I've got few calls from South Africa as well, some ladies who require support. So as humanity, it's all human being. It's not your country or your state or your caste or religion. It is only about human being. We need to change the thinking that we are only humans. There is no caste or any grades of describing humanity or personalities. So we are all one. As we say, we've got all two eyes, one nose, one mouth. So it's only human. Only we are classified into different categories just because of luck of some people that they come from a rich family and they take forward the businesses. There are a lot of people who they are capable of, but they do not have that backing too. Right from sportsmen, I'm a gold medalist, 100-meter sprinter. I've played badminton. I've defeated karting champions, national champions who have been for 10 years. With the first attempt, I defeated all of them. There was a chance. I love sports, but then my situation did not allow me to go towards that, because I had to support my family as well, and I had thoughts to take care of a lot of families in future, to keep my dad's name, because he has also done the same things when he was on job. So just to keep his name high, so my children also followed the legacy. I'm not going to give them any special life which I learned now. They will have to struggle only till 10th standard. After that, they will have to do their regular jobs. Whatever job they may earn, 500 or 1,000 also a month. Whether they are Digis or Digvijit Chavan's son, I do not matter. Like Mr. Barack Obama's daughter also works in a restaurant as a part-time. So I think every family, every parent needs to make their children street smart rather than making them book smart, and when they get into the real world, they are all lost. And unfortunately, if their parents are not there at that point of time, it becomes really difficult to survive in today's practical world.
Tell me, Mr. Chavan, generally we see people who make generally or wealth, or any other person generally, when it comes to sharing of wealth, people are not very keen on sharing the wealth, or rather they would like to possess as much as wealth as possible. And when you are talking about doing so much in the lockdown where people didn't have anything, no business at all, still you managed to give away so much in this period. So how did you manage it? Didn't you feel hesitant even for once that whatever, I don't know what is the uncertainty, and I may be giving away money which I have earned after so much of labor, which I don't know whether I will be able to recoup or not?
Nice thing, but that actually made me study even more about business. I'm not a business graduate, just 8th standard that I've passed, but that gave me a lot more ideas how I can expand my business. And this is just like a sailor in the sea, how he said that this cyclone was too much for me to study in what kind of waves, what I can survive myself with. So I've got a lot more ideas towards business. And if I had to keep all that money to me and want to live a lavish life, wouldn't have given me more excitement or courage to make more money and get more ideas to go forward. So this cyclone that has come of COVID-19 actually made me work even more, where I was coming at a relaxing stage. And it never hesitated me because I came from nowhere. So having nothing again wouldn't make any big difference to me, because I have the courage to again go back to square one, wash utensils. Till today I sweep in my house, I support my wife in sweeping, cleaning, removing garbage or anything. So I do not forget from where I came. So I do not fear of going back to there, because I know the journey how it is and I know the formula to get back where it is. So it's no fear for me. Wherever it may be, I can make it happen. So it's all about having your own formulas to come up, not book studied formulas. I'm not greedy for money. I love, means once I've helped somebody, that whole day, that peaceful sleep that you get in the night, that you do not owe anyone, you've not cheated anyone, and that family has got few more years to live with the expectation that there is somebody who is going to take care of my wife and the treatment.
So when you say you consider Mr. Ratan Tata as your role model, so what is that attracts you towards Mr. Tata, and what have you learned from him?
Not really in detail that I've studied, very basic things that he donates almost 66.6% of his annual income towards the society, animals, and his cancer outlets, means the hospitals and everything. If he wanted to, without donating that, he could have been a rich man. But where are we taking this money? We are not taking it anywhere. Whether you have a big massive bungalow or anything, we are not taking it down with our grave. It's only myself that I'm going to go to the grave without any of that money. So I don't find a point of having all this lavish life when you have all poverty around you and you cannot bring a smile to anybody's face. So all my friends who have their BMWs or super bikes, I don't find it very exciting. My kick is, as much as money that I put out is happiness for me.
So what is your message to the community through our channel? What would you like to tell to our viewers, the public at large?
Public at large is, do not be afraid of putting out the money. You will be afraid only when you know that you are not capable of making it back again. So if you, the day where you think that you may not be able to make it back, you have put yourself in the loser spot, where you think that you already lost that race. But I feel age is also just a number, and just try it once. Try and bring a smile on. If you are earning 30,000, try and bring a smile by giving just 2,000 rupees to a family. Where I've seen in villages, family of four kids and one mother living at a cost of 1,500 rupees a month, including their ration, their schooling, their sanitary pads and everything. 3 daughters, 1 son and 1 mother. So they alternate days they use soap so that they can save the soap. So 1,500 would not make a difference, but I would want you all to try it by yourself, what happiness you all get when you all support a family or do something good. Because practically when you do it, you will understand my way of doing it is different, because I go all out. Not everybody is possible to, because they plan future for their children. But I would say, might as well make your children strong enough from day one, when they are born, leaving them independent for some time here and there. I also have 2 kids, 2 sons I've got. So not that I give them 24/7, I make them self-sufficient from now onwards only. One is 3.5, one is 2.5. I stay away from them for a lot of time. They say you need to give time to your children. But I believe we need to make them strong enough for this cruel world that we are living in today, where everybody is just selfish. So it is for today's generation. If you all want the world to help one another, you all have to start it from now by giving. Rather than just taking and keeping it for yourself. Help one another to make this world a better place.
Thank you, Mr. Chavan, for your valuable time, and it has been a pleasure talking to you. As you all heard, viewers, that the core message of Mr. Digvijit Chavan is make your children street smart, make them self-sufficient, help them become self-sufficient, and most importantly, enjoy the joy of giving. That's all from Uncovering India. This is Shashwat Gupta Ray. Thank you.